Welcome, Gemini placements. This is your May 2025 reading. So we're going to see what you have going on and what's coming towards you and get you some messages of clarity and guidance from your guides. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups in reverse with the Six of Wands with a little bit of clarity there. Okay, so you may be feeling a little out of sorts, like you're not necessarily totally completely aligned. But I do feel like this is a period, a process of elevation where you are raising your frequency or you're getting rid of some things that just aren't aligned with you anymore. So it's like this weird, awkward stage that you're going through or some feelings that you're having and processing. But it's really leading toward the betterment of you and toward a victory. And you may even be having some contrast or experiencing some contrast in your working environment or with your family or in relationships. But again, this is all leading you toward a successful outcome. So what else do we have going on for Gemini? So we have the Page of Wands here. Okay, so I would ask you to just get back to what you feel passionate about, because I feel for some of you that there is some contrast going on, some challenge going on, and that's not who you authentically are. So there's just this reminder here of who you authentically are, and to focus on that and to really focus on what these experiences are teaching you. What meaning can you gather from that? And that's really going to decide how fast you get to your victory, how fast you get out of that phase and you're able to raise your frequency and vibration. Okay. All right. So we have the Chariot in reverse. Okay. All right. So I'm hearing that some of you aren't listening to the guidance that you're receiving. You're not as connected with your intuition, and that I understand that could potentially happen, especially when you are going through some contrast. You may feel a little resentful. You may feel like, why am I experiencing this? Why am I going through this? And you may disconnect a little from your higher self or from your connection with source even. Okay, but you are never disconnected. You're only that way because you choose to be that way, because you choose to be in an energy that you're feeling at the time. Okay, so we have this Four of Cups in reverse here. You're going to come out of that, though. You're really going to come out of that energy. What else? So I feel like that energy is really temporary. Why is everything coming out in reverse? Okay, so we have the Lovers in reverse. Okay. All right. Connecting with yourself is really what's going to help you to work through this transition here. So it may be like a major transformation and change. So an elevation to your current state and frequency. And I feel like that may be why things are like up and down here, because we have victory, we have a successful outcome, but then we also have a little bit of struggle, of challenge happening here. Okay, so what's coming toward Gemini, please? So we have the Five of Coins, the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so we do have some contrast here, some additional contrast. So it may be with your money. So you may experience a little bit of a setback. I really don't feel like this is anything that's extravagant or significant. This is something that you can work through, and we do have a successful outcome coming out for you. But it is really going to matter how you view the situation, how you view the challenge, and how you resolve it, and really staying on a higher frequency, staying as positive as you can throughout the experience is what's going to help you really shape your reality and allow the universe to understand what it is that you truly desire versus what you don't, and then bring that to you. You may also be having to decide here. So for some of you, I feel like this change, this transformation, whatever this is, so it's a setback, it may cause you to need to rethink, rebudget things, really work on increasing your savings. Or it could be you deciding, okay, now I need to choose a new career direction now. Or I need to decide if I'm going to continue investing in a business, in a person. continue my beliefs, ideas, continue with the plan, the strategy that I have. You may be deciding if that's something that you want to continue to experience, or you want to shift, you want to change, you want to do something different. And this transformation is really allowing you to decide that, because for some of you, like I said, this is going to be happening regardless. And for others of you, this is a new philosophy. It's a new approach that you do want to take, because you're feeling more connected. You're coming out of that place where you don't feel as guided or as connected with your higher self, and you're moving into a place where you do. And you're getting back to strengthening that connection. What else? Okay, so we have Temperance. Yeah, so you may want to focus on creating some balance here. So in what ways could you be more balanced? And I feel like this is not only related to finances or to your relationships or to your working environment, but this is also from a spiritual perspective, like body, mind, and soul. How can you be more balanced? And this is also about you deciding the path that you want to take. Okay. And you also have the opportunity here as part of this transformation and change, and you raising your frequency to heal. Heal yourself. Heal those things that keep coming back, and you feel are very difficult to process. It is time to start healing those things, and I see that that's coming towards you. And it may be even the challenge and contrast that we're speaking about here, leading you to that place where you are able to say, like, you know what, enough of this. I'm really going to focus on what it is that I desire. And I'm going to, and for some of you, you will get to that place where you know you're already healed. You know that that is the version of you that you are experiencing. And others of you, it's going to take a little bit of time to get there. But this is your encouragement and your supporting. Your guys are saying, like, they're here for you. They got you, and that's where things are going to lead. You may need to get to a neutral space and then allow yourself and open yourself up to the synchronicities, the signs that are happening, the guidance that you're feeling. That's your intuition guiding you. And that's going to bring you to states where you feel more aligned and you start to feel better and better and better. Okay, so wherever you're at in the process, work to create more balance and allow yourself to continue the journey of healing that you're on. And some of you may already be there. You may already feel healed. You may already feel whole. You may already feel complete. And you're like, okay, what's next? I'm ready for what's next. And we have the 7 of Pentacles here. So I feel like you're being guided to have patience with yourself. Speak kindly to yourself. And know that your words mean things. You know that, Gemini. But you're being guided to really, truly understand that. Because sometimes we have to remind ourselves of that. Because we can go down the rabbit hole of, imagining things and thinking things. And forget sometimes that, okay, as you're creating and rebuilding the past, or you're creating these narratives that you know aren't true, you're creating energy. You're giving power to energy. You're giving power to something that you don't actually want. So it's time to really stay focused on what you truly desire here, and have patience and allow the universe to catch up. Allow those opportunities to happen, because you are and you will here. As soon as you allow yourself to shift, you will start to see the results and the benefits of doing that. And again, you're being guided to have patience as you start to see those blessings and that abundance come through to you. You also have the opportunity to think about and reflect on what has made you successful to this point, like any dreams or goals that you have. For instance, if you want to expand your business, let's say, think about what's made you successful to the point of where you are right now. And take those tools that you learned, that knowledge and wisdom that you gained, and apply it in this new phase or chapter that you're looking forward to. Okay, so that's something that you can do in that moment where you are feeling a little unappreciative, or just like, why is this not happening faster? It is definitely coming. It's definitely coming. And it depends on your attitude, how fast that happens. Okay, so give me one more here. Okay, so we have the Eight of Wands as well. Okay. Also, you are being guided to pay attention to those feelings of lack and those feelings of comparison with others, and thinking in terms of, okay, you know, other individuals in the same line of business, they're, you know, excelling far beyond, what I'm currently and where I'm currently at this point in time. So this is really about you recognizing, like, okay, I am comparing myself to others, and this is about my journey and my journey alone. And I'm going to focus more on my journey. So these are all the things that can lead you to success, by being appreciative for what you have, really reflecting on how successful you've been and those moments of victory, and taking those lessons, taking that knowledge and wisdom you gained and applying it to new situations, and allowing yourself the opportunity to heal as you're taking this journey, and being kind to yourself along the way. So let's get a couple oracles here. What messages do we have for Gemini? We have Tree of Souls with collective wisdom. I love that, because this is that reminder about your soul family. And this is in the 3D, but also in the spirit realm. You have friends, family, offering and sending you unconditional love and support. You also have your guardians, your guides, your angels. They're all here to support you. And most of all, most importantly, there's you. There's you as source. There's you, your higher self, just providing unconditional love. So we also have manifestation here. Okay, I love that, because out of this transformation and growth and change, you have the power to decide what is next, to decide what these new chapters look like for you, to decide what direction you're going in, what path you're going down. And you cannot choose wrong. You cannot choose the wrong path. So make it the greatest, make it the best. Visualize it. How you'll feel being successful, how you'll feel once you receive the abundance and the blessings that you are wanting at this time. How does it feel? Stay in that feeling, stay in that moment. That's when you're starting to raise your frequency and vibration, even when challenges are happening. Staying positive. We also have some support here. So yeah, where I was going with this before I got off track here is soul family in the 3D. Okay, so there's individuals that can be of support and assistance to you in the 3D in your life currently. So you may want to open yourself up to that. So maybe there's a coach or a mentor or a family member or a community, a community online that you may find support. Okay, so there's a lot of help and support available to you. We have nothing has gone wrong. And so this is a reminder that you are on your right path. It's just a matter of the experiences that you want to learn for yourself. So you're having these experiences, and you may continue to experience certain things because they're lessons that you designed for yourself to learn. They're ways that you want to see yourself grow, and ways that you want to see the different perspective of how things are happening and show you more about who you are. So if you can take a higher perspective on these things that are happening and recognize them as that, you can extract the meaning from them and the lessons from them more quickly. Okay. And then we have emotions of life force. Wonderful, wonderful. So I feel like this is more of a guide, more of the reminder of who you authentically are and the support and love that you have available to you. Okay. So what else for Gemini? What else? Okay. What do we have coming up and outcomes? Okay, so you're coming into clarity and light. So I feel like out of this tower moment, out of the transformations that you're going through, you do see the light, and you will. If you don't currently, you absolutely will. You'll see the truth. And there may be opportunities for you to stand up for yourself, for you to really go in the direction that's going to be, I see like a sort of like a separation for some of you with your employment situation, where you're deciding like, no, this is actually my life purpose and why I came here, and I'm going to go and explore my gifts and talents and really work to be financially free using my gifts and talents. So you are being guided to be very clear on what you want as well. Okay, so we have more transformation and growth coming here. We have more blessings coming through. And I feel like this is really speaking to the shift in your mindset, in your spirituality, and you growing and evolving there. Okay, so what else? So it's like new ideas that you're considering. We also have the Four of Pentacles here. So you're being guided to run things through your heart space. So as you are deciding, as you are working through contrasts and challenges, and you're thinking, okay, I feel like this is the best approach to take. This should be the plan. This is how we should adjust things. Run it through your heart space, as well as your mind, as well as you're thinking about it from a logical perspective, from, you know, what makes the best sense based on your finances, based on your resources, based on your options. Run that all through your heart space as well. Don't forget to do that. And lead from your heart a little bit here. Okay? What else? Thank you. So we have the Seven of Cups here. And the Nine of Wands. Okay. There is a call for you to connect more deeply with your higher self, to help evolve your spirituality, to help you, again, see things from different perspectives, and to really help you process the changes that you're going through and the contrast that's coming up, that's coming towards you, that you're working through right now. Using that intuition, knowing that you have the answers and trusting that everything is working out for your highest good, is where you're being guided. There are also a lot of options available to you to solve and resolve challenges that come your way. There's more options that you think are available, okay? And some of them are going to lead to additional lessons, a little more contrast that you have to experience. But there's others that aren't, that do lead to you flowing and being in flow with life, and things getting easier and easier for you, and you getting to that state of fulfillment and happiness. Okay? And you're also being guided to consider what you feel passionate about here as part of these options, because you do have many. What makes you feel the most passionate? What feels good to you? Okay, so those are the directions that you're being guided to go in. Okay, so let's get a couple more oracles here. What do we have? Okay, so we have, and if you can hear the dog, he is in the background. Just, I don't know what he's doing, but excuse me, that is him. So we have keep the big vision, stay in alignment as you grow. Wonderful, because that is that reminder of who you authentically are and what this is all for. They're lessons to allow you to see more of who you are and to grow and become more in tune, more aligned with yourself here. We have protection and boundaries and clear communication. So I feel like that's also important to mention because we did have the Queen of Swords come out. So not only are you being asked to be more clear in your communications, but with yourself as well. So not just with others, but with yourself. So this is about being very honest about where you are and what are those changes that you want to, what direction do you want to go in? What changes do you want to see? How can you take inspired action towards those changes? Okay, so that sometimes it is a little bit of a process because we know like for sure that we should likely be doing these things, and that's going to really make us feel better. It's going to make us feel more aligned with our life purpose and our path, but it's just a little bit of a struggle for us to get there. So that's where you're being guided to be truthful, be honest with yourself. It's only you. So as soon as you're being open and honest with yourself, and I'm not saying you're not doing that, but there's more information there for you. The more honest you be, the more you open yourself up, the more you allow yourself to blossom and connect with your higher self and source, the more information will be available to you. You'll see more of the light and it'll illuminate the path for you. And we have that you are on the right track. So keep going and keep working toward what makes you happy and what makes you feel good. So if you're not in that space where you're not doing those things, that is where you're being guided. That is where the shift is happening here. It's time to start living in your 5D life. Okay? And then we have your true motives and breaking free from that. So this is where we're speaking about the honesty. That's where that's coming in to see like what is truly my life purpose? What did I come here to do? Okay, because for some of you, it's about you are more concerned with the pleasures of the 3D world as opposed to creating a little more balance there with the spiritual aspect and the enlightenment part and raising your frequency and vibration. And there is no wrong choice. There is no wrong path. But if you are more connected with who you authentically are, that'll lead you and guide you to those experiences that are going to help you soar, okay, and help you reach your highest frequency, those highest levels of abundance and fulfillment, okay? Call on your strength to help you, okay? You are bold enough, you are courageous enough, you are intelligent enough, you are powerful enough, just as you are right now. And this is about like increasing those energies around you because you already have them. They're already here. So this is you being more connected with them. So what else? What else is coming for Gemini? What else? Anything else? Thank you. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man. So we have more opportunities for you to balance yourself, body, mind, and soul. And there may be decisions that you're deciding, options that you're looking at. And this is really the opportunity for you to evaluate those honestly and figure out like what's right for you. And also, what is it that's not working for you anymore? Because whatever's not working for you, you are being guided to let that go. And I feel like if you don't do that, then divine intervention will come in and do it for you. And just know that, of course, anything that's going away, anything that's not yours, is because it's not meant to be. It's not helping you. It's not for your highest good. Okay. So let's see, let's get a couple more here, and then we're going to get some oracles to close us out. Okay, so a wonderful, wonderful. So I do see you being more connected, and there's more information that will come to you. So the light is really shining here. That moon is bright and illuminated, and it's going to show you what you need to see. And I would say to really call on those self-care practices at this time as well. That'll help you, like meditation. You know, I'm always promoting that. And any other self-care practice that helps you feel more aligned, that helps you feel calm, relaxed, replenished, that help you fill your cup. Any of those practices, absolutely do them. Do as much of that as you can. Okay. All right. So we do have that balance and clarity coming through. We also, there's a message here for some of you with the challenge, the contrast that we did talk about that may be happening or may come up. Just know that absolutely it's happening for your highest good, and things will work out in your favor, and it may not be the way that you think. So there will be opportunities that come out of that that may look a little different than what you thought. So your life may look, and it may go in a direction that's completely different than what you imagined. And that's where your imagination and your dreams and your hopes come in. Because it's like, okay, if this is my life now, I thought this was going to be my life, but you know what? That shifted. That's completely changed. Now I got to decide what my life is going to look like. So that is actually an opportunity for you to view what's happening in a positive manner and to express your vision, to think in terms of like, what does my life, what does a wonderful life for me consist of? Okay. And I feel like for some of you, it could be about love as well. So you may be in the place where you can vision and visualize what love looks like to you. What does healthy, happy love look like to you? So you may have that opportunity now to communicate to the universe what that looks like. And it could be because of experiences that you've had that now show you what unconditional love is and what that actually means. And there's also opportunity here for you to get distracted. But if you know that that's coming up, if you know that that's possible, then you can make the adjustments so that you don't get distracted, so that you can focus on your dreams. And give me one more. Thank you. Okay, and then we have the Seven of Wands. Okay. So yeah, there's definitely a strong focus on you staying aligned with the direction that you want to go in, because anywhere you put your energy is where your reality is going to say, oh, okay, I guess you want to go in this direction. So if you focus on the past, or if you focus on negative events that you define as negative, then that is showing the universe, is telling the universe that you want more of that. So think of your mind as a magnet. And I was watching something that said that, and I was like, that is brilliant. I don't remember what I was watching, but I think it was a TikTok video, someone that said that. Think of your mind as a magnet. So this is like, what all are you attracting toward it? And you attract things by your emotions, your thoughts, your behaviors, your beliefs. So this is really about you getting into your mindset and connecting more deeply with who you are and what it is that you desire, and focusing on that. Okay. And I think I said this earlier, but I'm going to say it if I didn't, because I'm hearing it again, as far as not focusing on what others are doing or comparing yourself to others at this time, because you may, in some circumstances, based on things that have happened, feel a little defensive and feel like you need to communicate your side of the story or communicate your position in some way, and you really don't. You really can just stay focused on the lessons that you were taught out of the experience and what it is that you actually truly want. So that's what you're being guided to focus on instead. Okay. So let's close out with a couple final messages. All right. So we have you confirmed as a starseed and absorbing what is not yours. So really work on And for some of you, and I don't want to go too far down the road, but for some of you, you are a master of energies here, and you are able to neutralize energies, to reshape them. So if you do have those powers, if you do, and anyone can have any power that they choose and desire, it's just a matter of working toward it. If you don't naturally feel it, you can just work toward it and obtain it. But for those of you that are already there, really use that ability for good is what you're being guided to do, and use it in the most positive way that's beneficial to you and to others. And we also have Mintaken with longing for home and belonging, the original light worker. So we have light workers and star seeds showing up here, and that is so wonderful. That is so amazing, because we know that the little bit of contrast that's coming through will be solved and resolved in your favor. And you can connect with the other dimensions at any time. You have that power, and you can do that. So you may want to focus on, again, as we're speaking of, like, what do you want this transformation and change? Like, what do you want the outcomes to be? You being more connected, you being more psychic, you being having a stronger relationship to other realms and dimensions. If that's what you desire, it is all here. And you can work toward that. But this is really about what you want and what you desire. Okay? And I would say here with the patterns, just recognize the patterns that you are creating, the old ones that you're letting go of here, right? And then the new ones. So what do those new patterns look like? What do those new connections look like? What is the direction of your true purpose and your life path? All right, Geminis, so those are the messages I have for you. Please like, share, subscribe, and let me know how this resonates. Thanks for watching. Take care.